You are engaging in the guidebooks unit, Treasure Island. In the unit, you will have discussions about why characters in the text you read say and do the things they do. As you read about pirates in Treasure Island, you will learn that sometimes pirates are motivated by more than just treasure. The purpose of this video is to understand what motivation is, what it means to be motivated in a positive or negative way, and the different types of motivation. Be sure to have your handout and something to write with while you watch this video. Are all pirates bad? Are they always doing things for bad reasons? Most of us know that pirates hope to find treasure, but that is not the only reason they do the things they do. In fact, sometimes they do bad things for good reasons. So what makes people decide to do good or bad things? The reasons for people's actions are called their motivation. Motivation is the reason a person has for acting or behaving in a certain way. People can have positive motivation, meaning they want to act in a good way, or negative motivation, meaning they want to act in a bad way. Let's start talking about some actions people might take because they have positive motivation. For example, a fireman who rescues a cat is motivated by kindness, so he has positive motivation. Other examples of people who are positively motivated are someone who does things to help others, students who study to get good grades, and people who work out because they want to be healthy. People can also be motivated in negative ways. For example, the thief who steals from other people has negative motivation. Another example of negative motivation is doing something bad to get back at somebody. For instance, if a girl ruins her brother's favorite truck and he gets back at her by destroying her teddy bear, he has negative motivation for his actions. A person who does things to gain power over others, like a bully who gains power over smaller kids by scaring them, has negative motivations. Another example is a person who does things that prove they're better than other people, like kids who don't let a boy play because he doesn't look or dress the same as them. These kids are acting this way to prove they are better than the boy. This reasoning is mean, so we would call this negative motivation. Sometimes it is obvious whether a person's motivation is positive or negative. Other times it can be difficult to determine someone's reasons for their actions. Now you're ready to analyze some pictures to determine whether the actions shown are done with positive or negative motivation. Pause the video and follow the directions on your handout at the first stop sign. Press play when you are ready to continue. The man who is opening the door for the woman is motivated in a positive way. The woman who is throwing trash on the ground has negative motivation. The group of people who are working together to build a fence are motivated in a positive way. The woman who is tripping the girl is motivated in a negative way. And people who recycle are motivated in a positive way. Now that you understand what motivation means, let's talk about the two main types of motivation. One type is external motivation. External means outside, so it means that a person does something because they want a reward. Reward could be something like a trophy, money, grades, candy, or even verbal praise when someone tells you, "Good job." An example of this might be a person with a lemonade stand. She is selling the lemonade in order to make money. The money is her external motivation. Another type is internal motivation. Internal means inside, so it's when a person does something because of the feeling it gives them or a belief that they have. An example of this might be a person who helps his friend move because it's a way to make their friendship stronger. A parent helping their child with homework because they believe education is important and they want their child to succeed also has internal motivation. Both external and internal motivation affect the way someone acts. External motivation will change someone's actions right away. For example, when a student wants to earn a grade of 100 on a test, they will study a lot right away. Once the test is over, they will not study because they have already earned their reward. Internal motivation, on the other hand, can change people's actions over a long time because they are motivated by an internal goal or belief that might not pay off right away. For example, when a student wants to go to college, she will make good choices about studying and finishing her homework over many years in order to achieve that goal. So, to answer our question, internal motivation is more likely to change someone's behavior for a longer length of time. Now you're ready to decide whether each person in the picture has external or internal motivation for their actions. Remember, external means outside. So external motivation means the person is hoping for some kind of reward. Internal means inside. So internal motivation implies that the person is doing something because it makes him or her feel good, or because of certain beliefs they hold. Pause the video and follow the directions on your handout at the second stop sign. Press play when you are ready to continue. Let's check your answers. A person mowing his lawn is doing so for an internal motivation of his property looking nice. A person who gets paid with money would be working for an external reward. The use of a ticket system in a classroom is an example of an external reward too. Finally, someone working for a food donation center would be working for an internal reward of feeling good about helping others. Now that we know what external and internal motivation are, and that people have positive or negative motivations, let's put all this information together to really be able to dig deep into why people do both helpful and harmful things. We are going to analyze the actions of some of the pirates that we will read about in the guidebooks unit. When people do helpful things, they are motivated by something positive or good. This motivation can either be external, like a reward, or internal, like a good feeling. For example, the pirate William Kidd started out as a privateer for the country of Britain, and his job was to attack foreign ships. His motivation was positive because he was doing his job, and external because he got paid by the government to do it. Bartholomew Roberts was not a pirate at first. He was a sailor who was captured by a pirate ship. He saw that if he worked hard on the pirate ship, he could become a captain of his own ship. So he worked hard each day for years and became a captain. He was internally and positively motivated because he worked hard every day, even though he didn't get any reward for years. When people do harmful or hurtful things, they are motivated by something negative or bad. This can also be either an external or an internal something. When Blackbeard and his pirate crew saw a ship, they would use trickery to steal from other ships by flying the ship's flag, convincing the ship they were friendly. The motivation was negative because he was tricking other ships, and external. His reward was the stolen treasure from the other ship. Even though he sometimes did things for positive reasons, Bartholomew Roberts once captured a ship full of innocent people and killed them. He did this because he didn't want to waste time or effort freeing them. He was motivated by his desire to be successful, and both his motivation and his actions were negative and harmful to others. Now you're ready to think about the motivation behind a few more people's actions. Pause the video and follow the directions on your handout at the third stop sign. Press play when you are ready to continue. Let's check our answers. The man pranking the sleeping man in the first picture has a negative internal motivation. Playing a prank is a negative action, and he is not receiving a reward. He just thinks the prank will be funny. The woman taking care of the cat at the animal shelter has a positive internal motivation. Taking care of an animal is a positive action, and she is not receiving a reward. She just likes helping animals, which makes her motivation internal. The person cheating on their test has a negative external motivation. Cheating is a negative action, and they will receive an external reward of getting a good grade. Last, the person who won the Coke contest had a positive external motivation. He paid for items at the store, which is a positive action, and he received money as a reward, which is an external motivator. Knowing whether a person is motivated positively or negatively, and understanding the difference between internal and external motivations, will help you decide the reasons behind a character's actions in a story. This will help you better understand Treasure Island as you read. When you finish this video, be sure to turn in your completed handout to your teacher.